Hi everyone, I know it's been a long time. I started a new job about a month ago, and actually it's been a little bit longer, and adjusting to the new job has been pretty hard because my commute is twice the length it was at my previous job, and I'm working a few more hours than I was before, so adjusting to even if I had gone from my previous job to this one, it would have been a big adjustment, but then I was unemployed for a few months, and so it's been quite an adjustment. So I decided I'd do a video showing you what I'm doing for going to work makeup-wise, which is a little bit different than what I was doing before. I did an everyday makeup video a while back, and this is different than that, in part because I've been having some skin problems, but also because I just don't have time to mess around. Because I have less time now to spend on everything. So instead of babbling on and on and on, I'm going to get right into it. The first thing I do, which is sometimes the only thing I do, is I put a little bit of the Burt's Bees new BB cream. I actually filmed a video shortly before I started my new job. I didn't even know I was going to be getting this new job. And it, with my first impression of this, it did not turn out at all how I planned, and I don't think it was a very good video, so that's just getting deleted and I'm not putting that up. But I have it in the shade Light, so this is kind of like a little mini review of this too, as well as what I'm doing. I tried putting it on with the Skin Perfecting brush from Eco Tools, because I got that a while ago, figuring it would be useful if I started wearing more BB creams or CC creams, because that's what it's supposed to be for. And it's too thick. I don't know. I don't like, for some people it might be a good thing, but I feel like it leaves too much on my skin. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it on with my fingers, much like I would with my Suntegrity 5-in-1, which is basically, this is kind of my replacement for this, because this is too expensive, $45 versus $15. I still like the Suntegrity a lot better though, unfortunately. I have the Suntegrity in Fair. The Light I was kind of afraid would be too dark, because usually when there's only like 3 shades, whatever the lightest one is too dark. But I heard a lot of people complaining about how light it was. So when I squirt it out like onto my finger, it looks too dark. It looks a lot darker than the Suntegrity does. But when I put it on, it's not. So, especially since I'm not putting on as much as most people probably are. And what I do is I usually put it on my nose and my forehead and a little bit under my eyes. I could put it all over my face, but for the most part I'm not, because my cheeks have been pretty dry, and even with a moisturizing formula like this, I think it kind of highlights the dry skin on my cheeks. That's part of my problem, is I'm having this combination skin problem. I used to have really oily skin in the summer, and then my cheeks and chin would get dried out in the winter time, and now they're dry all the time. So this is actually the only thing I'm wearing right now, which it might be obvious. Another reason why I only put it on my nose and my forehead is because that's where the sun's hitting me. And if it's the only thing I'm going to put on, like this morning I did not have time to do anything else, it lets whatever natural color there might be in my cheeks come through too. So there's that. If I have a little bit more time, I'll add a highlighter under my eyes. I've been using the yellow based one from the BH Cosmetics Forever Nude palette, because it's kind of a yellow tone, which helps counteract the bluish purpleness under my eyes. And I use the big mirror while I'm brushing, or like the big mirror in the bathroom. Oh, and if I have time, I'll use this little domed, I think it's like a highlighter brush from BH Cosmetics. That's what I use it for. And I'll just swipe that under my eyes, kind of it's like I'm using it like a concealer, and it doesn't do as good a job as concealer, but it's faster. I don't have to worry about blending. I just go and like my little swishing noises. Then I'll use BH Cosmetic blush brush, and I'll use that little pink, peachy pink-ish blush that comes with that. If I had put any blush on this morning, I probably would have used this discontinued blush from CoverGirl. At least I don't think they brought this back. It was discontinued a while ago. It's True Blend Micro Minerals blush in Natural Rose, because it's pink, but it's a more red leaning pink, since my dress is kind of red. It's a dark red. I don't know what color to call it. I'm trying to think of the right red shade, and it's eluding me. It doesn't matter, you can see it. So instead of the pink, this is not cruelty free, by the way. None of CoverGirl's stuff is, unless things have changed since I last looked into their stuff. If I'm wearing something that's more cool toned, like a lavender or just a really cool toned outfit, actually I've worn some like blues and greens, and I've gone with the yellow toned highlighter and the pink blush. But if I'm wearing like lavender, at the very least, I'm using BH Cosmetics Lilac Blush Duo instead, and I'll use that really pale pink highlighter underneath my eyes, and then the lavender blush or lilac blush on my cheeks. And that's what I'm doing. That's pretty much it. I did one day put on eyeshadow too. I put on Geek Cosmetics Battle Dress, which is kind of it's a very peachy shade, and it looks nice with that peachy pink blush. And with my complexion, it blends in very nicely. It just kind of, it doesn't really, unless you look really close, it doesn't look like I'm wearing eyeshadow, which is kind of nice for work. And I'm just using that one eyeshadow. If I were to be wearing something very pink, or I were using this, I would probably use Glamour Doll's Ballerina's Revenge instead, but I haven't done that yet. I just really haven't worn eyeshadow except for that one day where I had enough time and I put it on. So it's a really pared back look. It's very simple, and because I don't have time. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, well, I can really get a lot done they can get a lot done in 5 minutes. I can't. And so that's pretty much where I'm making this video, because if you're like me and I could slap on that much makeup in 5 minutes, but it's not going to look good. And you just don't have time. This is kind of why I'm doing this. Another thing you could add is a tinted lip balm. And then you could just carry it like in your pocket or in your purse and stash it like in the drawer at your desk or something, which is something I used to do occasionally. I started doing that at this new job, but I now wear a lab coat. I'm an optician, and I used to work for an independent optician, so we didn't do lab coats. We were a lot more laid back. Like I didn't have this dress when I was working there, but I would still like wear this dress, but I wouldn't be wearing a lab coat over top of it. But I now work for an eye doctor, and since I'm doing like some of the pre-testing and stuff, we wear lab coats, even though I'm just the optician. Opticians are the ones who help you pick out your glasses and like that kind of thing. They do like the glasses part, not the eye health part. I'm getting into way more detail about this than I intended. Okay, I'm going to stop now. But anyways, I wear a white lab coat. And I have allergies, and they aren't that bad. They used to be a lot worse, but I started using local honey in my tea, and it didn't make it all go away. But it's a lot better. I don't have to take Claritin D every day. Only if I'm having a really bad spell, I can take like regular Claritin. I used to have to do like a nasal spray, and I don't have to do that anymore. So the local honey has really helped. So I recommend that if you have seasonal allergies. But I do still sneeze sometimes, and so of course I sneeze into my sleeve. And then I have a mark from my tinted lip balm on my nice white lab coat sleeve. So I decided that really wasn't working for me. So alas, I really liked my Burt's Bees tinted lip balms, but I'm not carrying them in my lab coat pocket anymore. I'm just carrying a clear mint lip balm. It's actually a homemade one I bought from a local place around here. And it's mint, so it helps freshen my breath a little bit. But if you don't have my problem of a white lab coat, a tinted lip balm would be a nice thing to add. If you can could even wait till you get to work to slap it on, just shove it in your pocket, and saves you some time. So I hope this was helpful, seeing what I do. Obviously you can tailor this to however you want to do it. If you know, putting on eyeshadow is a lot more important to you than putting on blush, then obviously you should reverse how I do things. And yeah, that's everything. I have no idea when I'll make another video because I'm surprised I'm making this right now. I'm really tired. It's Friday evening and it's been a long week. But hopefully I'll have something for you in the future that will also be helpful. So have a great weekend, have a great week next week until I see you again. Or you see me again. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm not making any sense. Bye!